half and man.
What do you think of the score?
I think it was a beautiful goal by Austin Martin to lift it up.
Yeah, beer showers.
Can't wait. Saturday beer.
I'm ready to get wet.
Yes.
Welcome, one and all, to CLTFC Fan TV, for the fans, by the fans. Damn it.
Damn it.
If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, all that good stuff. You know how to do it. I'm JT. Over there's my boy Lee. Down there, our guest, Jorge Top Ben 90 Gonzalez. And our special guest coming from a snowy, where are you actually at, Sam?
I'm in the North Shore of Massachusetts, up near Salem. So yes, very snowy actually right now.
Say, man, I just looked at the radar and it's definitely dumping up there right now. But coming from the North Shore near Boston is Sam, who is the site manager of the Blazing Musket. I love that little Minuteman kind of action. That's good stuff, dude. And he's gonna give us some info on our competition Saturday night, 3 nights away. I don't know who wrote in the comments. I saw that earlier. It's like 3 sleeps away. So, yes, it's finally here. It's finally here. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, sorry, man. I'm fighting the flu. So tonight's show is we're gonna talk about the kit. All right, it's purple, and then we got a game Saturday. It kicks off at 7:30, and then I think what else y'all want to talk about? Sounds good. All right. Well, y'all have a good evening. Peace.
Well, speaking of the kit, you got to don't bury the lead. Show them what you showed us right before.
So yeah, right before we were getting ready to come on the air, I was like, well, let me get my purple kit out, put it on, make sure it fits okay. And then, do y'all see anything wrong with this? This is the authentic, by the way.
And he hadn't put it on yet. He took it out of the bag for the first time.
Took it out of the bag, right? This is the authentic. So I don't know. Something's off with this kit, in my opinion, man. I don't know, man. I wonder what it could be. Anybody know what it could be?
Give us a little twirl to see what it is.
Oh, you just want to look at my ass, right?
Yeah, we do.
Ooh. Look at those crowns.
Yeah. Something's wrong with this. Something's wrong with this.
Something's missing.
Oh man, look, where's the L? That's what I'm saying, man. I have no idea. No idea.
Dude, you have to be one of the few people that got this print.
They don't put their competitors on there.
No, well, you know what it was is, you guys used to bust on my ass about PS Lee and all that other crap, PSL Lee. Yeah. So I've gone anti-corporate.
That's it, right?
That's it. Yeah. So
way to fight the man, Lee. Way to fight the man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to keep it or trade it in, but I don't know, man. It's
well, you got to keep it, man. That'd be cool if you could get the lettering just to say Lee on the front.
Nah, screw it.
Lee. That'd be fun.
Would it?
I think it would be.
Now look, see, you guys already dug in us on the Spurs stuff, man. That's why I put the Harry Kane flag up, scarf up there. Anyways, so what y'all think of the kit, man? Before we move on,
I like it.
No idea, man.
I like it.
It just looked weird when I opened it up. I was like, hold on, I'm pretty sure I bought the authentic one, right? And yeah, and so I don't know, man.
Ali. No, what I thought was funny though about the kit release party is that it was on the field and they had the whole area lit up in like purple and pink lights, and it even made the grass look like a dark purple. It's basically like a black light effect all over the place. So you couldn't even see what the kit itself really looked like in just normal light.
Yeah.
I was trying to interview somebody. I'm like, I know those lines are supposed to be pink, but they look whitish gray right now. But yeah, everything, you couldn't even see what it really looked like. But yeah, it was still fun.
Yeah, that's it, man. So yeah, what do you think, Sam? What do you guys think of the purple?
I mean, I dig it. I know there's been some comparisons to a certain pastry.
You're talking about the Pop-Tarts.
Oh, I'm sure. Bad Pop-Tart overall. I mean,
yeah, a lot of people are running with that, man. Everybody's making shirts with Pop-Tarts on them now. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, the Revs, we just got kind of a white T-shirt. It's better than our old away kit. I'll give it that. Definitely like the sash and all, but nah, you've got some good kits. Like you saw me last night, with my boy Jorge on the show. I was rocking the Mint City kit. So I've definitely rode with some of your kits. That's an interesting one. I like it. I would say I like it. It's a decent kit.
Yeah, and no, it's got the pink line in it.
There you go. Yeah, Seattle's my favorite so far out of all the releases. I think Bruce Lee kit. How can you go wrong with that?
Yeah.
The Johnny Cash one.
What's up, Christopher? Nice to meet you last week. Yeah, what's that?
I said I like the Nashville Johnny Cash one too.
Yeah, and a shout out to you, Sam.
I appreciate it. It's funny. I have family who's up in New York, and they came down here, and they're like, "You have a wicked Boston accent." I'm like, "I really don't. Like, I speak pretty normally, at least compared to my fine friends up in Boston." But yes, I'm able to say "R." Tyler Trent. That is fake news. I'm not a Charlotte FC fan.
That's it. So, man, I mean, preseason. We'll move on from the kit since I don't know, man. I don't know if I like it or not. I don't know.
Well, hold on. Before we move on from the kit, just let me understand, again, trying to represent the newer fans. For marketing purposes and to sell more kits, every single year there's going to be a new kit.
Yeah. So
And
next
we
year the
might
blue
see
one will go away.
We might see the mint kit like again change a little bit. Obviously, in like 7 or 8 years, they might circle back and do something similar. But every year there's our main blue, our home kit or whatever, and then we always have a secondary one.
Yeah. So no, the blue one's going away, right? And then there was talk about possibly a third one. Jorge, do you know anything about that?
Yeah. So what happens is they're gonna look at the sales. I talked to somebody. And they'll look at the sales that the kits do this year, and if they're eligible for a third kit, that would be the earliest the 2024-2025 season. So in the makeup of the kits, like they're already working. It takes Joe LeBout told us in that press conference, it takes 2 to 3 years to process every second kit. So like they're already looking at next year's and finalizing that right now, right? So I'll be going into their offices sometime next week and kind of giving them some pointers too if they let me.
Yeah. Pitching notes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. That's it. That's all you got, Top Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah. On sale at Target starting next week.
Yeah. Sorry, just Panama just scored on Honduras in the U17. So.
Well, you're not a true fan, man, if you don't follow Honduras. Anyways. Yeah. And anyways, third kit for yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, man. I'm sorry. I am not feeling good. So I'm all medicine up. But man, what are we going to talk about next? We talk about the preseason games and everything, man. So we've been undefeated since we started this season, technically, right? Are we going to consider this the season started when we first played our first preseason game, or no? But I mean, we played 5 preseason games and we haven't lost one.
Yeah, so we haven't lost one. I mean,
He's not lying.
Preseason is a good indicator of how like the team is looking, right? But I don't think it really truly matters when it comes to the season starting, right? Because if you think about it, I really don't think we're gonna see Jan at left back. I doubt. Maybe we'll see Derek Jones opening up at center back this game, but I don't see that being kind of like a season thing, right? And so it's a good chance for Latanja to experiment. And it's also like I asked Swiderski this today in the presser. I asked him the difference between last season's preseason and this one, and he said by far this is one of the most difficult preseasons he's ever done, right? But he says that that's a really good thing because it really preps them for how MLS is, right? So I mean, I think that's something that shouldn't go unnoticed, right? You know, like, all right, like they take this preseason, one, to play well, but also to get into the condition to play an MLS season.
Right.
How'd you feel about the last game that we had against Birmingham? What were your impressions of that?
Allison was in goal.
Allison.
Yeah, from Liverpool.
It took me a second to get out. But, I mean, it was an indication. I mean, like, we had a lot of opportunities, converted 3 goals, and we got 2 scored on, right, for on a pretty competitive USL side. So I think it was to me an indication, okay, this could be a season where, you know, like a 17, 18-year Liverpool where we're scoring 4 and then we're getting 3 scored on, right? And so, but I think with the addition of Bill and Malanda, a good partnership there, we could have a solid defense, right? And so, yeah, Swiderski touched on that as well today, like the importance of, okay, like, let's not try to concede a lot, right? Because if you take a look at this preseason, there was only 1 game where scored on, and that was the game against Charles.
Well, you know, man, when Andre's around, there are no clean sheets, man.
Yeah, but for the other team, not us.
Regardless, we didn't say how that works. We just know that. Anyways, we'll let that go, right? If you saw the tweet, you saw the tweet. Anyways, yeah, what I was going to say, oh, by the way, before we get going too far, all that YouTube money, nope. I think I'm probably way in the red for doing this stuff, but we love the shipping department. The shipping department is awesome. Thank God we have the shipping department. Without the shipping department, there wouldn't be any stuff shipped. So there's that. Yeah. I should cough louder. Can you hear me when I cough?
Oh, we sure can. We sure can.
Yeah, I was gonna say you need to get a
I thought I was putting it on mute, man. I thought I was going on mute, so I'm sorry.
No.
Really?
Hey, that's okay, Lee. We don't mind.
Yeah.
Hey, Jorge, looking at Bender, because, Benny is such a favorite, especially of the ladies. And he came in late in the second half. And he just looked – I was just watching him. He looked just slow. He had like a couple good chances at some goals and just – I don't know, man. I just was like he needs to get it going or something like that.
Yeah, I think the one good thing Ben has now is a season in the MLS, right? So that transition from college ball to MLS ball, I mean, he started off strong at the beginning of last season and kind of reverted to, okay, like, hey, an adjustment period, especially with the way Latanzio plays with that intensity. And I think this year he's going to find it more difficult to get minutes, right? Because, I mean, we've added some quality pieces. I mean, we've added guys like Westwood to the midfield. Now we've got Nuno Santos playing on the wing as well, which I think it was the third game last season against Atlanta where we saw Ben Bender on the left wing as well. So I think he'll get minutes, but it's going to be few and far more in between than it was last season.
And it looks like he'll probably be coming in with that second Shinashiki line or whatever. They like to play them together or get that little oomph and everything. What about Gaines? Gaines was playing the other day. He had his speed, right?
Yeah, I think McKenzie is really challenging Kerwin Vargas on that right wing for a starting position, right? I think Vargas looks sharp this preseason as well, which is good for him, right? Like, he's a U22 player, and any player that has any tag like that, U22 DPs especially, right? We expect more out of them. A guy like Gaines, who's on 70, 80K a year, is coming on and contributing and playing well. I mean, he's punching above the weight of realistically of what he's worth in terms of a hit towards our salary cap.
Right, so that's a good thing. I just remember the criticism with him was, he had the speed and everything, but he just didn't finish that well. So I was really trying to hone in on that, and it seemed like he was definitely doing better on his finishes.
Well, hot take. I say Gaines starts over Vargas.
Ooh, hot take.
Yes, and we are definitely still undefeated versus the Premier League. And if you're not sure which team that would be Chelsea. Isn't that right, Yeti Clan? I believe it was Chelsea that we beat. We beat Chelsea, and a 16-year-old scored on Chelsea and beat them. So, yes.
Yes.
So, Sam, man, what's going on up there in New England? What you guys got going on?
It was a decent preseason, especially, after last season. It was really rough. But, there's been some improvements. You brought in Dave Romney, brought in Latif Blessing. Those are two guys I think are going to be, starting for the Revs on Saturday. So it'll be interesting to see how they do. It was definitely some mixed bag with preseason in terms of some poor results. There seemed to be some poor play out of the back, especially against FC Cincy. You saw some poor defending against Orlando City, which was the only game that we were able to see that was open to the public. So, there's definitely some opportunities, I would say, for Charlotte, whether it be the counterattack or just with direct play to be able to kind of break apart that Revolution back line and, score some goals. But overall, it's been good. We just got the first injury report of the season leading up to the game on Saturday. A lot of guys are going to be out. Andrew Farrell, Nacho Heel, Tommy McNamara have all already been ruled out. So that means you're going to see a backline pairing of Dave Romney and Henry Kessler. And then also, too, a guy like Tommy Mack can be very valuable in the midfield. So I definitely think it's going to be a very interesting game. And hopefully the Revolution, after a difficult 2022 season, can kind of start the season off on the right foot, even though I think it's going to be a very emotional game on Saturday. And I think it'll be a tough atmosphere for the Revs to walk away with a point or even 3.
There you go. Yeah, talking about injuries, man. Do we have any injuries to report other than Kalina and Caruso, Jorge?
Today at training.
And Mello, but I think he's really – so that means Sir Minty will be around this weekend then.
Yeah, he didn't participate, so I wouldn't hold my breath on seeing him this Saturday.
Hey, wasn't there a rumor that they weren't bringing Sir Minty back?
Well, until Mello got hurt again.
Oh, okay.
2-week Mello.
I was going to say he was at the kit release party, and I was happy to see him.
Yeah, 2 weeks Vinny.
Yeah, 2 weeks Vinny. That's what we nicknamed him. So, fuck. Totally forgot my whole train of thought, man. I am not feeling good, man.
Hey, Jorge, I'll take it, Lee. Jorge,
Go
when is our new Kiwi player going to be on the pitch? Do we know?
He's available already. The thing is, do we start him this Saturday? We touched that on the show yesterday, right? I mean, an experienced center back who's played in MLS before all day, right? I think he should start. The thing is, he hasn't played with this team. He'll have 5-6 days training with Charlotte FC. So I mean, that'll be a big call for Latanzio. Honestly, if he makes it and starts him, I wouldn't be surprised.
Do you think it's easier for a defensive player to come in and be able to play automatically as opposed to an offensive player?
That's a good question, and I think because it's Latanzio's team, like you saw it last weekend, we played a little bit of a high line and got punished for it against Birmingham, right? So his one of the things that he mentions is one of the core strengths that he wants in his defenders is that 1v1 defending. So in this particular case, in a Latanzio team, I think it's more difficult.
Okay, cool.
What about Brian? Is he okay for Saturday?
Yeah, he's good to go. He was training with the full squad. I'd say he starts this Saturday if I'm a betting man.
Are you a betting man?
No.
I bet you're not.
It'd be so much fun, man, to see, to get the starting lineup, whatever, like 3 hours before the game and be like, oh, here we go. This is our starting team.
Yeah, we always wait, right? We always wait until like the last hour, it seems like, before we do it.
What's this about this big hullabaloo that it took forever for MLS to figure out their playoff system this year? And now there's 9 teams, and the first round is like the best of 3 or something. What the hell's going on?
This is the first time in like 12 years that I've heard somebody say hullabaloo.
Strong word. It's a strong word.
It is a strong word. Do we know how to spell that word?
Hullabaloo.
HULLABOO. Hullabaloo.
Yeah, somebody bet shout out in the intern there.
Hullabaloo.
Yeah, that was close. But yeah, the playoff format, I don't like it. I think it's dumb. I think it's stupid. I think it's MLS being MLS. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I think that having a 3-match series is kind of very like MLS-y. Like it's like, okay, like what are y'all doing? Even Swiderski touched on it today. I asked him about it specifically. And he's like, to him, it's kind of crazy. Like, he's like, this is like the NBA that, you do a best out of 4 series or best out of 5, right? And so he's like, this is something that's unheard of in other countries. And I think MLS is slowly starting to become other leagues and other teams are taking us more and more seriously as we continue to develop. And stuff like this hinders it instead of helps that perception of this league.
It's like we're Americanizing the international sport more.
It is, and I mean, you're adding extra games, and like we touched on it with Sam and Lee last night. I mean, you have 20 roster slots, right? You have 20 roster slots, and you expect these guys to play in 3 or 4 tournaments, add on another game in a playoff series, right? Like, I mean, at some point, we'll see teams in tournaments with a whole bunch of kids, or like, like not the quality standard that you want to be represented in an 11.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to take so long, and the season's so long already. It's going to be what?
It's going to be 2024 before the season's over.
It'll be like November and just running into it and everything.
Yeah.
And then, like, how long is the freaking international break in the summertime? It seems like we don't even have a game for like almost 6 weeks or something.
Well, that's for the cup, right?
Yeah.
So, Sam, what do you think about the format?
I would agree with a lot that Jorge said. It just really, it's very MLS-y. I'll definitely say that. And just also too, I don't think it's been talked about that much, but if you look at the details of, that best of 3 series, these games are also just going to go straight to penalty kicks, which I mean, as much as you may like the absolute chaos that brings, I don't know if that's especially awarding the best team, making sure they win. I mean, the Revolution, for example, of George Petrovic, he can stop penalties like the best of them. And, even if they're going up against one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference, if it comes down to penalties, I'm going to have a lot of faith in the Revolution being able to come out and get the victory with George Petrovic and net. So overall, I don't like it. I think just adding more teams really lessens the impact of the regular season. You know, if you get in, you have a good chance of being able to possibly make a run. And I just think if you're a team that's on the outskirts and you now don't make the playoffs, it's going to add a lot of pressure and you're going to have to make changes. So overall, I recognize that's great for MLS, great for Apple, got to make that money, but it seems like you're just making it a lot easier for teams to get in and just really diminishing the impact and importance of, the regular season.
And I wonder if they'll what happens in the NBA now is just like resting players and stuff when the regular season's not nearly as worth it. It might be like, the hell with it. We're not going to start somebody if he's just a little bit whatever. And then the game is just diminished because you don't have the top talent really playing.
Yeah, and then also too, when it comes to all these different tournaments, like it's been mentioned, whether it be Leagues Cup or the U.S. Open Cup, you could see teams just put out teams of youngsters and not really take the tournament seriously. You'd see kind of that focus be on the regular season, or maybe once it gets to Leagues Cup, teams will ramp up focus for that. So it's going to be really interesting to see how different MLS teams, attack these tournaments. Because, for instance, Bruce Arena hasn't been a big fan of the U.S. Open Cup, so it doesn't really surprise Revolution fans if you start to see a bunch of kids get some playing time, maybe some bench players get some starts, compared to the regular season where the expectation is that you're going to at least make the playoffs, especially with this new format. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how teams across the league attack all these different competitions.
Yeah, I'm just confused why they just didn't go with the two game format, home and away, best on aggregate. I mean, again, I know I said this last night, but Liverpool lost 5-2 to Madrid, and there are 3 goals down, right? So they have to come out and play going to Madrid as well, right? So I mean, to lose 5-2 at home at Anfield is just terrible, but they have to go out and play. So what I would like to say is the home and away works for me. So what do you think, Jorge?
You can keep going.
Huh? What? I mean, that's easy way to get my point across, right? I mean,
like you said, like a team could lose, 7-0 the first game, right? And then maybe park the bus the second game and win 1-0, and you still have a shot in that third game to go.
See, Gracie doesn't like it. I mean, think about the Liverpool example, right? You know who's won before the second game even gets played. Not a fan at all. So, I mean,
listen,
obviously,
the Reds are known for making historic comebacks. So I'm going to just leave it at that.
Yeah. So, look, I'll throw that up there. Bullshit. Anyways, right. But no, seriously, I'm more of a fan of the 2-leg than I am. It doesn't have to be away goals and all that crap. Just aggregate, whoever wins, right? You both get to play at home, and ideally, right, it's I would imagine the first away team would probably sit back and kind of park the bus more, right, and then try to get them on the win at home. But I still think counter is. I mean, 2 legs is better than 3 games.
I agree, Lee. I agree. Hey, I know they're trying to get 70,000 people again in the stadium. And, all the upper bowl tickets are $15, which is, a great price. But my gosh, especially for the supporter section. Now, granted, they've done a year of this now and they'll be better. But the supporter section, which was general admission, as in, sit wherever, with 70,000 people there, they're like, hey, man, we can go down the supporter section. It got so crazy with people jammed in the aisles and all that stuff last inaugural match. I'm just really curious, since these first games are bigger and crazier than any of the other games of the whole season, what it's going to be like. And I can't wait, but still, it's like, holy hell. The 70,000, man, it's just nuts.
This is true. But to your point, JT, they are actually, if you look at your tickets, they're color-coded now. So they're different colors for each game. And so you have to show them when you go in there, and if the color doesn't match whatever it is, then you get told to move on. So, but yeah, that's what's
supposed to happen. We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah,
we'll see.
I mean, this is right? I mean, it doesn't matter what format they end up picking for the playoffs, right? We're gonna be watching it regardless, right?
I like Sam's point, though, that if it's that easy to make it in, if your team does not, I'm not saying it's that easy, but whatever, easier, that if your team doesn't, that puts that much more pressure for changes to be made. And, you know, it looks that much worse to not make it.
Fair. I mean, the MLS, you know, actually diving deeper into it, right? I mean, MLS to me is just a weird league anyways. So, you know, it's it definitely it's like 3 seasons in one, you know, and now with the cups added in there, I don't know if that adds another season or not. Shit, it just seems to, you know, one minute you think you're doing good and then all of a sudden you're out of it and then you're back in it and then you're out of it. So there's that anyways. So.
Well, hopefully at the end we'll be in it. That's all I want.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, if we had the format last year, we would have played that wild card game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, then I like the new format. Damn it.
Well, last year we did. We don't like it this year. I'm going to say, where do you think we're going to finish in the league this year, JT?
I think we're going to finish in 5th.
5th. Jorge, where are we going to finish?
I think we'll finish 6th. I think this is a good team. Second year under Latanzio, right? There's a lot of quality pieces that we've added. I still think there's a couple of teams that are stronger than us in the East, and there's teams that are going to make comebacks. I think New England will have a good year as well. So I see us right there in a playoff spot, but not that high up. I think 6 is pretty respectable.
It's the Union. Are they the leaders again? Who's looking like the best team?
Yeah, I have them as I think they'll have another great season. I think this year they pull it off and actually win the cup.
What about you, Sam? Who wins the cup? Charlotte?
Oh, of course, obviously.
I totally missed that. No, what Jorge was saying. You said
Philly.
Oh, Philly. Sorry. Yes. Sam, where do you think Charlotte's going to finish? And then we'll let you answer about New England as well.
Yeah, so, you know, I got to preface it with my New England pick. I'll say New England comes in 7th. And, you know, just so everyone up here in Massachusetts, New England doesn't hate me, I'll say Charlotte comes in 8th. But you guys still make the playoffs. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Wow. 1 spot to spare.
Yeah, I think 5th or 6th, man. But I think we won't finish any higher than 4th. So I do not want to go in 9th. Like I do not want to go into the playoffs in 9th.
I was just remembering that what Philadelphia lost out in LA. It sucks that it has to be a home game for one of the teams or for the away team, that the championship game is played in someone's home stadium in front of all their fans. I mean, that's such a disadvantage.
Yeah, they don't have like a Wembley or a stadium like that though, right?
Yeah, so it's not a Super Bowl situation. Hopefully that in the future that won't be the case.
Yeah. Well, I mean, America's pretty big too. It's not like you can just jump on a train and end up at some stadium, right?
Train I ride. Yeah, you can get on a train. Train.
Uh-oh. What have we done? Yeah.
Train.
So Sam,
we're tailgating on Saturday.
Lee, can you stop coughing? It's distracting me.
Oh my God. Sorry. I mean, I hit the mute 5 times and it only worked twice. So it's like, 5-2.
Decent success, right?
Yeah. I mean, unless you're playing at Anfield. So yeah.
That was I just
McNitch at 3:00, I believe the tailgate starts. I believe the march starts at 6, and then I believe kickoff is 7:30.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Sam, talk to us about New England, man. What should we be worried about? Who should we be worried about? And what do you think the score is going to be?
Yeah, I mean, really it comes down to, I think, Giacomo Veroni, our DP striker. He's going to be the man who's going to be able to, give New England the goals that we're going to need on Saturday. Basically, we're going to be without Gustavo Bo. He still hasn't returned from Argentina with the whole green card process. So he still isn't in the country now. So it'd be pretty hard for him to, whether he comes tomorrow or Friday and then automatically jump into a game. So I don't necessarily see that happen. But I think it could be a big year for Veroni. We saw it with Adam Bucha, just having an entire offseason to be able to integrate with the team, really build that chemistry. And a guy like Veroni, he's been working the entire offseason to really improve and be the best striker that he can be come this 2023 season. So I think he'll be a big piece. I think Dylan Barrero out on the wing, just bringing that speed and skill to be able to just get by defenders. He's someone to keep an eye on. And then obviously you got Carlos Gil just absolutely making magic in the midfield. As long as he's not getting, absolutely battered and is able to stay in his momentum and rhythm, I would expect to have him a good game. But if you guys are able to put some bodies on Vrioni, eliminate his aerial presence, that will definitely be a big key, as well as those wing backs who are getting forward, making sure they aren't able to get crosses into the box and just keeping them in front, keeping the ball out of the box. But if it comes to a prediction, I will say I probably think that Charlotte ends up winning. I think it's going to be a very emotional atmosphere.
Hold on, you froze there. You think Charlotte's what?
Charlotte's winning for sure.
Okay, you froze one more time. What'd you say?
I think it's going to be a very emotional atmosphere because Charlotte's going to win. Because, obviously with just the terrible news of Anton Rocks, thoughts and prayers to his family, to all you guys, it was a terrible moment and just really, really sad, but obviously it's great. That's an awesome pin. It's great to see kind of the MLS community come together, but I think it's going to be emotionally charged. I would expect Charlotte to get a win, to get a goal like immediately, early on in the match. I think the Revolution will strike back, but Charlotte's going to end up getting that goal. And, I think 2-1 Charlotte. I don't think it's going to be too high scoring. I still trust my guy, George Petrovic in net, but I would say Charlotte ends up getting the 3 points.
Yeah, so we were just messing with you right there, man. We were just going to see how many times we get you to say it, right? So
Charlotte's going to win. I just want to make it very clear in case no one heard. Charlotte's going to win.
And no, I think we had somebody, didn't MLS Wild or somebody, or was that your show? Somebody picked Charlotte to beat their team. So, yeah. Jorge, what do you think the score is going to be tomorrow or Saturday?
I think New England's going to – no, I'm just kidding. I definitely see a 3-1 win from Charlotte. I think we'll play well. I think we'll be a little sus in the back. We'll get scored on. But I definitely see Enzo,
fire this guy.
Yeah, we do. We'll definitely see an Enzo goal. I think he's going to have a very, very good season for us. I honestly, the one way I see Charlotte finishing in a top 4 spot is for Enzo to be kind of like our Drusi to Austin FC, where he practically carried that team, right? And was top scorer last season, right? It's going to have to be something similar for us to see Charlotte FC finish, in my opinion, in one of those top 4 seeds in the East. But I think he starts his goal count in MLS this Saturday.
I mean, like we said, we got Gopetti and Swigolski, man. It's in the fuck it. I give up. Oh man, these medicine.
What's Enzo's nickname? Isn't doesn't he have?
It's right there, man. Gopetti.
No, but
the tank
or something. I was thinking about his stature to see him on the pitch on Saturday. He really is stocky. He looks like he could definitely bowl some people over and really out physical some people in the box.
In the cards, that's right. Yeah, isn't he called the Tank or something?
Yeah, the Tank or the Bull, or I thought I heard that somewhere. But yeah, he really does look imposing, I guess is a better way to put it.
Well, Jorge muted himself.
Rough scenes.
Yeah,
he's trying to get that food in.
Yeah,
that air fryer ding. He's like
taking it back. Oh yeah, man. Is the chicken done?
Hey, come here, Emmanuel. Show him what you made, bro.
Let's see, man. I want to see this. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at
Damn.
that. Oh, that looks
Damn.
good. And got a little seasoning on there too.
I need a roommate, man. When y'all's lease up, man? We got a 3-bedroom. Yeah, Jesus.
Your coughing's got him drinking the OJ, man. He's getting all paranoid, getting that vitamin.
Dude, I am going to the doctor in the morning, man. That's the first thing I'm gonna do.
Yeah, you are. Take care of yourself, Lee. Hey, Lee, that actually, no playing around, dog. We got 3 days until it's game time.
I don't care. I'll be there soaked in beer, man. With my last breath in the stadium, dude. I will.
Coughing on everybody.
Nah, man, it's not contagious.
Come here. Like we do the fan interviews after the game, and you're like
Right.
all hugged up on people and everything. Don't
Mhm.
mind the cough. Tell me what you think.
That's it, man. Look, yeah, man, you taking orders? That look good, man. I know I'm hungry all of a sudden. I wasn't earlier. But yeah, so JT, what do you think the score is going to be on Saturday, man?
I was thinking about it just to say something different. I'm gonna say 4-2.
4-2, not 5-2.
Nah, that's the tailgate time.
4-2. That'd be a hell of a long tailgate, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's like when you wake up in the parking lot and you're like, what is happening?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna say 4-2. I think we're gonna get the emotions going and come out the gate real strong, and then I think the Revolution's gonna come back a little bit, and then we're just gonna shut it down. Shut it down, shut it down, shut it down.
Yeah, I think 3-1. I think Capetti gets a brace and Carroll gets the third goal. So that's what
Now
I'm going with.
help me understand again. Is Carroll playing in the 10 spot now for sure? Because he's just kind of playing back a little more and coming in and taking his opportunities when he gets them.
Who? What? Carroll?
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead, Jorge. You can talk about it, man. I am not feeling good. I'm about to leave.
You sound
Yeah, we
sound
definitely had more of a free role in this team, right? So, I mean, you saw it last season. He would drop back a lot, right? And by the end, we had Rios playing that 9. And one of the biggest reasons Tom brought a 9 like Copetti is for that reason, to have Serdersky be more of that playmaking role, right? I mean, in this team, he's the most technical player that we have. And experimenting with him at that 10 role really did Charlotte well. And so we're going to see him most of that season play that role.
cool. Yay, I'm learning stuff.
Proud of you. I'm proud of you, man.
You don't know, man. You know, I always got to represent the fans that don't know as much, and just regular people that don't know as much. But I really am trying to keep up with some. And again, MLS is so crazy, and all the GAM and TAM and RAM and hullabaloo. It's just it's something else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
You can never get on with GAM, TAM. What will it stay? Will it go? That is the most confusing part.
Well, I
of
mean,
MLS.
Yeah, and with that being said, right, today with the announcements with Adidas and all that, man, it's like at some point let's do away with all this crap and raise the salary cap. What do you guys think of that?
What was the announcement?
Oh shit, there was some deal Adidas. Do you know about it, Sam?
Yeah, basically they announced that Adidas is going to be, the official equipment supplier. So whether it be, training tops, jerseys, balls, whatever it may be, that's going to still be Adidas. So it's interesting. It's really interesting for a league of the size of MLS to still have this, because if you look at leagues across the world, it's not like everybody in the EPL is wearing Adidas. It's not like everybody in League is wearing Adidas. So it's really interesting. It obviously makes the league tons of money. It allows for academy teams, second division teams to not have to worry about going out, getting their own kit supplier. That's all provided through the deal. I think it's interesting because the Adidas kits, I would say, out of this year they've done pretty well, I would say. But in general, they've left a lot to be desired. I think you could benefit from just having an open system where teams can go out, pick who they want to work with, maybe get a lot more unique jerseys and, stuff that people actually want to buy. I know of the Revs this year, it's an improvement, but still, it's just basically a white t-shirt with a red sash and just a navy blue t-shirt. And if, you open it up to the Nikes, the Umbros, or maybe even some smaller companies, you're able to just get more creativity and, possibly even making more money. So it's, again, great for the league. They're able to make more money. They were able to make more money with this Apple deal. But I think overall it kind of just hurts, the ability to sell unique merch, really tell a story about a club. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes down and what happens in the future. Like I think Tyler mentioned, it's for 6 years. So maybe once we get to like 2030 or whatever it is, MLS is finally like, hey, we'll be like the big boys, let everybody do what they want to do. But for now, we're all stuck with Adidas.
Yeah, and I mean, it'll be very difficult because if you really think about it, I mean, MLS is the entity. When players sign a contract, they're signing it with MLS, not the club itself. So
Unless you're a DP.
okay.
Right? No,
Sips
am I right
orange
there?
juice.
Because I mean, yeah, isn't a DP signed with? I mean, they still have contract with MLS, but that's more outside of. What's that?
Well, I mean, they still do have a contract with MLS, but what the rest of their payment that doesn't go towards the cap is paid by the club.
Yeah, fair. There you go. That makes better sense. Yeah, I tell you though, who was it? Nashville did the Johnny Cash. That was a pretty cool kit, man.
For sure.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, shit. You want to talk about crazy prices, man? That 704 collection, dude. I saw that crap. I was like, holy moly, man! I'm not paying. What's it like $90 for a T-shirt,
Bro?
Man, y'all been smoking something over there, man. I don't know what's going on.
For real, bro. Y'all better be thankful when the Top Bin 90 merch drops. It's only going to be $85 and not $90.
There
Hey
you
man,
go.
you need to get off the 704 and get with that 980 merch, man. That's what I'm talking about. Bargain bin.
Yeah, and if when the Top Bin 90 stuff drops, if you put CLTFC Fan TV, it goes up by 5%.
Yeah. You don't get a discount.
Yeah, it goes up on you. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I was gonna say, Sam, do the Revs their kits? Albeit they're boring. Do they have the main sponsor on the front, unlike ours or unlike Lee's?
I was gonna say it's a hot topic because we have a lovely health insurance company as our logo, our kit sponsor. So I mean, a lot of fans would be happy if they were Lee. Not a lot of fans of United Healthcare, but they're supposed to. Do they have them? I do not know because I have not bought one yet.
Is that why healthcare is so expensive?
Yeah, just blame United Healthcare for just all the problems in the United States.
Lee, for those who've come late to the show, and also please subscribe if you have not, or hit the like button. You know that helps. Show everybody. Lee got out his official kit earlier tonight to put it on for the show, and he had not done so yet. And when he put it on, to his surprise, he saw.
Dun, 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 dun.
Did not see.
It's purple. It's purple.
Stand up a little bit. Let's see that button again. Dude, the ally is missing. The main thing on the front is missing. So he has like it's not truly a misprint because it didn't even get printed.
And it does have the pink collar, man. So
yeah, it's the real deal, man. But that's, I don't know. So yeah, we got to get that.
Yeah, I actually ordered it off of Wish.
ALLEE, dude. If you could do it and get it like your own customized Ali, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, one second.
Oh my
There's
God.
that mute button. There's that mute button.
Yeah, those crowns that are embedded.
Sorry.
Those are pretty cool, man. I do like that. That's a nice little touch.
Yeah, 90s. Yeah.
Although, hey, one thing I didn't see when I was looking at it is, remember last year the kit had the two Carolinas down on the by the where you tuck it in down the bottom left. They got rid of that, man. That was like one of the best things. I love that little logo design.
Well, they got the COTFC. Was that on the? That wasn't on the minted though. It's the secondary.
Yeah. So they took away the cool little both Carolinas and they put the secondary logo on there. So whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
God, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want. I'm gonna see if the club at least send me one that has the real deal on it, and then I don't know. Maybe we'll
we'll
figure out something with this one. So what else was talked about in these comments? We talked about injuries. Talked about new playoff format. Oh, when is the first giveaway of the season fan TV? Well, if you come over tonight, I could probably give you some germs. That's on me. You're more than welcome to have them. I've been fighting it all week, so you can just take that. Yeah, so I guess tonight would be the first time, right? Rigged.
Well, as far as that goes, too, I'm always a homer for some giveaways. So I gotta get I got two of these. Cause hey, did you get one of these drinks the other night? Whatever was in it, it had like a sprig of something. There was some special cocktail they made at the.
No, I didn't realize that, man. The cup changes colors or something. Yes. So.
Well, I don't know. They made some special cocktail, and I guess
taking a nap. What the hell?
Too long.
Yeah, I need to go find me for real.
I gotta build up the store
man.
again with the 2023 merch and our own stuff too.
Who's our captain this year? Do we know yet?
We don't know yet, but I think everything's indicating that Ashley Westwood will be the captain.
Yeah,
Because of the experience, because of what he brings to this team, Premier League veteran, championship veteran, and he was the captain this weekend, right, against Birmingham Legion. So, I mean, wouldn't be surprised if he captains the team Saturday.
Yeah, and Defender Queen, man, well, we're down if you are, bro. Yeah, so Westwood, everybody's saying Westwood. I think it makes sense. Man, I can't – those crosses coming in from Westwood. Oh, man, we're going to put a couple past New England, Sam. It's going to be fucking brilliant, man. I'm going to throw beer everywhere.
Y'all have a wild atmosphere. I definitely don't know if I've seen anything like it in New England. Especially the thing that caught me the most was the Peppers. I absolutely love that. So shout out to y'all.
So it's funny you say that about the Peppers because there's been people saying that it's time to drop it. So
Oh no, you can't do that. No.
Yeah, it's been a funny debate on the socials for sure.
The Peppers, what are you talking about?
You know, when we all turn around and do the posing or whatever it is, right?
Okay.
And they're saying like we should drop the Peppers song, but I think that starts off the game, man. Gets everybody hyped and
yeah.
I don't know, man. So
I like that part for sure. Yeah, they definitely
Yeah.
keep going and everything. And it's interesting. It's funny at the preseason game. Obviously they were practicing some stuff in the supporters section, and they didn't have the plastic cups. But for a second, when they scored, I was like, "Is anyone actually going to throw their beers?" Like, people are like, "I'm not throwing any beer today at all." But you definitely. And
everybody in here is about Peppers. Maybe the ones that don't watch the show are the ones that talk. That's because they're not true fans. So
this year they're going to keep on with the tradition of the American anthem too, right? The national anthem, doing the only singing half of it. Did you know what happened last year, Sam? On our inaugural game, the microphone cut out halfway through the national anthem, and without missing a beat, literally. The entire crowd of 72,000 people picked up the song and kept singing it. And it was intense, man. It had me tearing up. It was awesome. But then they kept that tradition for the whole time. So anytime they get a singer in, and I don't know if they even get paid or whatever, it's like you sing like 3 bars, and then that's it. And the crowd does the rest. And I think they're going to do that again this year. So that'll be interesting to see if that continues.
Yeah,
and at the end, gig for the singer.
Yeah, right. You show up, get paid, and just hand off the mic after 3. Yeah.
You don't have to do the high note at the end or whatever the hard note to do.
That's funny.
Yes, and I think who was it? Nashville or Columbus? One of them were having a vote on having Peppers at their stadium, man. So I mean, Charlotte's already getting it going, man. Watch St. Louis take it next, right? Anyway, that was a shot to St. Louis. Shit, I was going to say something else. Oh, after the game, there's a new tradition that's going to be started too in memory of Walks, right? The Italian song.
Volare.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it's famous from Dean Martin singing it. Yeah, it'll be interesting. But hey, don't forget, we will be outside. Right out the supporter section like we are every day, right? Every game, right after the games, to talk to people, come on out, say what's up. So we won't be singing Volare as much, but we'll be out there listening to it. Exactly. I can't believe it's actually going to happen. It's really going to be wild.
I know, dude. The season starts in
I know. It's like, holy shit, it's actually happening.
72 hours. And then shout out to Eric and Lloyd, yes, because they'll be calling it on MLS on the Apple deal. So good job.
So they officially got that?
Yeah, and they're going to be calling the game this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Revs
they're not, but they're calling the game this weekend, but they're not we don't know if they're the official for the rest of the season.
I don't know how that works, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And I know that I heard with the Apple TV deal too, which is supposedly a good thing, is that they're going to be the MLS package through Apple TV is going to be available through Direct TV, which means that all the bars and restaurants that get their signals on Direct TV can have the game more often and easier than maybe in the past or something. I don't know.
Which is great because March 4th, Top Bin 90 is hosting a party at Graham Street Pub and it's giving away a signed Swiderski jersey if you're available to come.
Well, say that slower, man, if you're going to actually.
Shameless plug. March 4th, we will be hosting a away watch party at Graham Street Pub here in Uptown. And
Nice.
we're giving away a signed Swiderski jersey.
Nice.
I do want to address the comment. Yes, a lot of fans, Revs fans specifically, are very salty about this commentator selection. I don't know why. Not the biggest fans of Lloyd in the gang, but I tweeted out the commentators and just everybody was like, we're just going to trash on the commentators.
Yeah, well,
really
they're
not-
Charlotte commentators, right? So, they'll
Yeah.
probably be a little biased towards us, which is cool because, Charlotte's going to win anyways.
I mean, I agree. Again, I think Charlotte's going to win.
That's right. You did. Well, man, y'all want to touch on anything else? I think my hour of life is all I can do, man. I'm dying over here.
I'll go dying on us.
Yeah, man. It's been real, folks. I appreciate it, man. Just tell my kids I love them. And,
Jesus Christ.
somebody feed the dog for me. I might have man flu, dude. And then if I got that, it's over.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Well, listen,
man.
just take care of yourself because you do
Will
have
do.
to be there on Saturday.
Yeah, I do have to be there Saturday. So, Sam, where can people find you, man?
Yeah, so definitely make sure to follow me on Twitter at Sam_Minton22. You can also find all our work at the Blazing Musket. And you can follow us on Twitter at Blazing Musket. But guys, absolute blast to be on. Always love chatting with you guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming, man.
It's going to be a wild atmosphere on a Saturday, and I think we'll get a good game out of it.
You coming to Charlotte?
I wish I could come to Charlotte. I have to. We got dropped by SB Nation, so
Right.
the funds are low. So I'm hoping I want to come to Charlotte because again, the atmosphere looks absolutely amazing. Stadium
come on
itself
down,
too.
man.
So
Yeah.
we definitely gotta coordinate and come on down one time.
Yep, that's what's up. And yeah, as Christopher says, at the 5-minute mark, we'll clap for 60 seconds in remembrance of walks. So there's that. Top Bin, where can we find you?
You can find me on all platforms at TopBin90, TopBin90.com, Real TopBin90 on TikTok, and we got a lot of fun stuff heading to you guys this season. We're lining up a lot of great things. I don't want to share anything. Like I want to say all the stuff we want to do, but I don't want to spoil anything just yet. But just be on the lookout.
Yes. And
But
JT,
at Grand Street Pub. Join
what'd
us
you say?
4th at Grand Street Pub if you can. The who's who of Charlotte will be there.
And we'll get into that next week. So yeah, man. JT, where can people find us, man?
On all the socials at CLTFC Fan TV. For the
That's it,
fans, by the fans, damn it.
Yeah. So thank you guys.
Jorge, we also have a lot of exciting things coming up for this season too.
I'm hyped.
So yeah, no, I'm super hyped, man. This is great. Last year was like the new thing, and we'd been building up for so long, and it finally came. And this year, it's like I feel like we know what we're doing, and we know the facility, and we know how it works with thunderstorms, which I'm not looking forward to. I'm really going to enjoy it being. I thought it was going to be cold, but actually it's going to be warm because it's so warm down here right now, which is crazy. It's dumping snow where Sam is right now, and it's like 75 degrees. It's supposed to be 82 tomorrow, which is ridiculous. Anyway, I hope the rain's done by 7:30. It's supposed to be light anyway, and I can't wait to see everyone out there. I'll be rocking the black cowboy hat, so just look for me. Say what's up. Lee, get better. Everyone, thanks for tuning in. Season 2, here we come.
Let's do it. And like Brian said,
Oh!
for the fans, by the fans, damn it. And y'all ain't ready.